Hey guys, welcome back. Willie Creeman here, touching on the AFC East now. We'll start with the New England Patriots, who finished 4-13, which was good enough for fourth in the division. Just a super disappointing season for them, and that's not a surprise to their fans or coaches or even their players. But Mac Jones was supposed to get coaching. It didn't really look like he did this year, and then they kind of washed their hands of him. There was some rumors that he kind of lost the locker room last year, but listen, that's going to happen when you throw picks and you make bad decisions, right? If you're not winning or putting your team in a position to win, you're going to lose a locker room pretty easily that way. My opinion, I don't think New England ever put him in a good position to be able to succeed. But Ramondra was the only real playmaker I saw on this team last year, and I think he even struggled at times. The rest of the guys they signed, if you look at them, they were all like the third best guy on their team, and they threw money at them like they were the second or maybe the first best guy on their team, and it never really clicked for them. I saw it many times last year where their defense played great, their offense just couldn't put up points, and it really sad to see that. But Gerard Mayo now takes over, and he's got a different mindset, kind of a different change of pace for the team. Let me say, like, no quarterback has a chance of succeeding in New England with the current roster that exists there right now. Like, they do not have a foundation for success right now. But I know they bring in Jacoby Brissett, like a good veteran leader. You look at some of the free agents that they brought in, but the biggest one for me was Josh Uche, right? Like, super talented, big reason why this defense was so effective last year. Like, they should have Judon coming back as well, but Uche was like a guy that they needed to re-sign. The worst free agent addition that I see is KJ Osborne. And, like, this isn't because I think he's a bad player. I thought he was pretty good when he had to step in for Justin Jefferson last year. But I think them bringing him in is justification for them not signing Calvin Ridley. And I think when you try to go after a guy like Calvin Ridley, you need to make sure that you get him. For him to go to Tennessee instead of New England was a big swing, and not a lot of people expected that. I really thought, I don't think Jacksonville expected it either, but I think when you go after a guy like that, you have to figure out what you need to do to bring him in, and whatever New England did wasn't enough. When you look at the draft, like, yes, I know, okay, they draft Drake May, but I really hope they don't run him out there this year. Like, I know they've talked about possibly sitting him and stuff like that, and letting Jacoby Brissett start and do that. I really would like to see another offseason, another free agency period, another draft of guys to support Drake May before they put him out there, because I think he needs to have the right tools in place in order to succeed. You look at some of the other quarterbacks that went high up in the draft with Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. They're all going into situations where they have a good foundation under them. In New England, that is not the case. But you look at some of the guys that they drafted as well, Polk and Baker. Listen, they're going to be good receivers, just in different ways, right? They do things a little differently. They're young. They're also going to need more time to develop as well. But I honestly did not care for the lineman picks in the middle rounds. I felt like there was more value to be had, and New England just didn't grab it when it was there. I felt like they reached for some of those guys. But let's see how New England progresses this year.